The Baltic skies have become a stage for power projection. On Thursday, Russia's aerospace forces deployed Tu-22M3 long-range strategic bombers on a patrol over the neutral waters of the Baltic Sea, which is one of NATO's most sensitive and closely watched frontiers. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, the flight was routine, scheduled, controlled. But nothing about the Baltic is routine anymore. The bombers were escorted by Su-35S and Su-30SM fighter jets, forming a high-value strike package that remained airborne for more than 5 hours. Along parts of their route, NATO fighter aircraft moved in to shadow the formation, a familiar but dangerous ritual of interception and deterrence. Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia may field no fighter jets of their own, but NATO aircraft rotate constantly through Baltic bases, ensuring the alliance maintains eyes and weapons in the air at all times. The Tu-22M3 is not just a patrol aircraft, it is a symbol of reach. With its long range and heavy payload, the bomber has played a central role in the war in Ukraine, capable of launching strikes from well beyond the reach of many air defenses. In September 2025, these same aircraft simulated large-scale missile strikes on NATO targets during the Zapad 2025 strategic drills, exercises widely interpreted as rehearsals for high-intensity conflict with the West. Often carried beneath the Tu-22M3 is the Kh-32 cruise missile, among the most feared anti-ship weapons in existence. With a range of up to 1,000 kilometers and a terminal speed approaching Mach 5, the missile follows a complex, high-altitude trajectory before plunging toward its target in a steep dive, making interception extraordinarily difficult. Its predecessor, the Kh-22, has already proven nearly unstoppable for Ukrainian Patriot and S-300 air defense systems. Guarding these bombers in the air is the Su-35, a fighter built for distance, endurance, and dominance. With a combat range nearing 2,000 kilometers and the powerful Irbis-E radar capable of detecting large aircraft from 400 kilometers away, it acts as both shield and sentry. Unlike many Western fighters, the Su-35 can cruise at supersonic speeds without afterburners, staying fast longer. This mission echoes Cold War logic. The Su-27 family was originally designed to escort Tu-22M3 bombers deep into Europe and toward the United Kingdom from forward bases once located in Eastern Europe. Those bases are gone. NATO has moved east, and in response, Russia has extended its reach westward through longer ranges, faster missiles, and increasingly assertive patrols. Over the Baltic Sea, the message is unmistakable. Russia is flying not just for patrol, but to remind NATO that the line between deterrence and confrontation is thinner than ever.
Kyiv is under fire again in the dead of winter. Missiles, drones, and darkness as Russia unleashes a coordinated overnight assault on Ukraine's capital. In the early hours of January 20th, Russia launched a sustained missile and drone attack that knocked out electricity and water supplies across Kyiv's eastern left bank. Mayor Vitaly Klitschko confirmed that at least one person was injured as freezing temperatures gripped a city already struggling through a deepening energy crisis. The left bank districts of Kyiv, home to more than 1 million people before the war, have become the epicenter of recent Russian strikes. These areas, like much of the capital, are enduring what officials describe as the most difficult winter since Russia launched its full-scale invasion. Explosions were first heard around 2 in the morning. Journalists on the ground reported powerful blasts as air raid sirens echoed across the city. Almost simultaneously, Ukraine's Air Force issued urgent warnings that Russian ballistic missiles were targeting Kyiv. The threat quickly widened. Additional missile alerts were announced for Dnipropetrovsk and Vinnytsia regions. Shortly afterwards, Ukraine's military confirmed that Russia had launched MiG-31 bombers, aircraft capable of carrying Kinzhal hypersonic missiles, weapons designed to evade air defenses. As the city tried to recover, the attacks continued. Around 5 in the morning, a second wave of Russian drones was detected approaching Kyiv. Missiles were again reported heading towards the capital just over an hour later, shortly after 6:30 local time. Earlier in the night, drone swarms had already triggered air raid alerts in Kyiv and surrounding regions. Similar drone attacks were reported over Odessa and nearby areas around 6 in the morning, underscoring the nationwide scale of the assault. Social media buzzed Monday with fears of a Russian strike on Ukrainian cities, fueled by Telegram channel Tab's live reports of strategic bombers mobilizing and Iskander sites receiving fresh missile batches. Before Russia's missile and drone barrage, Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky predicted a massive strike and announced Ukraine's Air Force would adopt a new air defense strategy.
A new day, air defense. There will be a new approach to how air defense is used by the Air Force. This concerns mobile fire groups, interceptor drones, and other short-range air defense assets. This system will be transformed. I have approved the appointment of Pavlo Yelizar as the new Deputy Commander of the Air Force. In the Army, he is known as Lazar. This special unit, which is active, performs effectively. Together with the Minister of Defense of Ukraine and the Military Command, a new organization for the entire component of such air defense must and will be developed. The Russians are causing destruction these days. We must remain extremely vigilant. Russia has prepared for a strike, a massive large-scale strike, and is awaiting the opportune moment to launch this attack. Please pay close attention to all air raid alerts, and in every single region there must be a state of readiness to react as swiftly and effectively as possible and to provide support to the people.
Ukraine's energy minister Denis Shmyhal warned that Russia's campaign is focused on energy infrastructure. He said potential targets include facilities linked to Ukraine's nuclear power stations, raising fears of widespread blackouts and further humanitarian strain. Those fears were reinforced by Ukraine's military intelligence agency. On January 17th, it warned that Moscow was planning to strike substations connected to Ukraine's 3 active nuclear plants in western and southern regions. The aim, intelligence officials said, would be to completely cut Ukrainians off from heat and power during winter.